Hey money movers, welcome back to Millennial Money Moves with Nadia. Please take a second and like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. I'm back making another video. I know it's been a minute, but I'm still trying to adjust into my new apartment. You're probably seeing this from a different background now. Hopefully there's less echo. I have my mic and some of my furniture is starting to come in. So I'm still getting settled, still getting comfortable. There's probably going to be a couple of changes to the channel as that happens, but please stick with me. It won't be like this for long. You know, trouble doesn't last always. But today I wanted to do a video on this cryptocurrency I had been really interested in, and I'll tell you which one it is as the video goes on, but stay tuned.
So Nadia, what's up?
We making money moves.
Who making money moves?
We making money moves.
You making money moves?
We making money moves.
We making money moves.
We making money. Okay, so like I said, lately I think we should start paying more attention to cryptocurrencies. And don't worry, this isn't going to be a crypto channel where I just switch. I'll still be talking about the stock market, maybe some other finance tips, but along with cryptocurrencies, I think there's a lot of different parts that go into, you know, making money moves, right? I do believe there is money to be made in crypto. I'm sure you guys just saw what happened with Dogecoin. I mean, that was huge. People made huge money. And I think Dogecoin was kind of a gamble, but I think there are some smarter and safer investments that you can be making in cryptocurrencies. Now, the overall goal of cryptocurrencies, I haven't really talked about it on my channel, so I want to try to give more of a background to it today. So, back to what I was saying about the goal of cryptocurrencies. The whole reason they started is to be a decentralized finance company. Decentralized finance, which means they aren't owned by a big private company. It's kind of like they're doing their own thing. They don't want to be owned by any big fancy private companies, big corporations. This kind of like them going against the system, if you will. And today, the one I want to focus on in particular is ADA. That's Cardano. Their ticker symbol is ADA. Now, it was founded by someone named Charles Hoskinson. And if that sounds familiar to you, it's because he is the co-founder of Ethereum. And so you're going to see a lot of similarities in Ethereum and Cardano. As you start to do your own research, you'll probably really start to notice it. And again, please do your own research. I'm talking about Cardano, you know, ADA. I think it's a good one, but I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not your investment advisor. This is just something that I'm looking at and I'm sharing it with all of you. So please do your own deep dives and do some research into this. So Cardano is new and they're looking to answer some solutions to some problems with Ethereum. Now, this isn't me saying I don't think Ethereum is good. I'll probably be making another video, but on Ethereum very soon. I just think that Cardano does things a little bit differently and a little bit better in some aspects than Ethereum. Because the biggest issue with Ethereum is how expensive it is. And I don't mean like it's worth a lot. I mean there are a lot of fees that come when you do use Ethereum. As Ethereum's value increases, their fees also increase. And this is because of something called proof of work. Now, I took a couple notes on this because it's kind of a lot to try to explain, but I want to try to make it as straightforward as possible. So Ethereum uses something called proof of work, and Cardano uses something called proof of stake. Now, it's not super important for you to know all like in depth about what these are, but since I'm talking about cryptocurrency and since I'm talking about Cardano, I wanted to talk about one of the biggest things that stood out to me is why I think Cardano is a good investment. So I'm going to try to explain what those things mean. So at least if you're reading about it, you'll be familiar with what it is. Now, you may have heard me or Uncle Larry talk about some good Bitcoin mining companies that we're investing in. But I feel like I should explain what Bitcoin, or what mining in general, because it's not just Bitcoin, but what mining is. When I first heard it back before I was investing, I would hear people talking about mining, and I was like, I picture like a coal mine and people out digging. I'm like, what does that have to do with cryptocurrencies? But now I know what it actually is. So mining is a way of verifying if cryptocurrency transactions are legit. If you think about like a MasterCard or Visa, they have their own way of making sure the transaction is legitimate, but it's a different process called mining with cryptocurrencies. So think of it like this. A miner has to solve a hard puzzle, but the network has to be able to easily verify it. So the puzzle is hard, but the verification has to be easy. So there's something called proof of work. And proof of work is when network miners, just different ones, are competing to solve it first. And there's a reward when you solve it. You get paid in crypto. So think of a Rubik's Cube, because this is honestly a difficult concept to fully grasp. I hope I'm not going over it too fast, and I hope you guys are following me. You may want to take notes on the terms I'm using, or just go back and rewind it as many times as makes you feel comfortable, because when I was studying this, I know I had to reread it. But back to proof of work. So think of a Rubik's Cube. There's an algorithm to solve the Rubik's Cube, but you need to figure it out. You need to know it, so it can be a little tricky to solve. But it's really easy to look at a Rubik's Cube and know if it's solved or not. I can easily look at a Rubik's Cube and say, yep, it's solved. Do I know how to solve it myself? Absolutely not. I never learned the algorithm. Always wished I did, though. But there's something called proof of stake. Now, this is the method that Cardano is using. Ethereum uses that proof of work. Again, back to the Rubik's Cube analogy, you have to solve a tricky puzzle, and then you get rewarded in cryptocurrency. But with proof of stake, the block creator is chosen from a group of people who have a lot of crypto, and there's no puzzle to solve. Miners just collect a fee from every transaction. And because miners aren't in competition to solve the block, because like I said, with proof of stake, there's no puzzle that they're trying to compete to solve, this means not as much energy is required from miners. So that's what gets rid of the big fees that you have with Ethereum, because less energy is being used, so you don't have to charge as many fees with Cardano, with the proof of stake. Now that's not, I said it before, that's not easy to understand, and it's not 100% necessary to know all of the details of proof and stake and proof of work. What's important to know is that Cardano uses proof of stake, and this is kind of the future because less energy is being used. So think back to what I keep saying about Biden and his plans and his politics. He's all about clean energy and green, and I think this is part of the future. Something like Cardano, I think, has a lot of room to take off. Cardano, I really think it's the next big thing in crypto. And price prediction. So right now, Cardano is at about $1.16. But different research that I've done, different analysts are saying that they think it could reach $10 by the end of 2021. So imagine you invest in something that's only $1 and a few cents. I think the other day it was $1.13. And it goes all the way up to 10, you're making some serious gains, so some serious return. And I mean, if you missed on a Dogecoin, that was crazy. I have a whole other video about that that'll probably be posting sometime soon. There's other opportunities for things that are low prices that can run all the way up to a lot more. $1 to 10, that's drastic. So this is one I'm going to get some positions in. I really think Cardano, guys, 88, I think it's the future. But that being said, this is just what I'm planning to do. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, not an investment advisor. This is just me sharing information that I've learned. I hope I can help you out. I'll be posting a lot more videos soon now that I'm kind of more settled into my new apartment. But please feel free to leave any comments. What do you guys think of the new apartment? What do you think of Cardano? What do you think of crypto? I'm just so curious to know what you guys are thinking in general about anything. Talk to me. But thanks for watching. Again, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. You guys have been so supportive and I'm loving it, and I'm hoping I've helped you make some money or learn something new about investing. All right, have a good one. Bye.